Hip Hop Legacy, brought to you by Nexxlegacy.com. I'm Brandon in the building. And, hey, it's not every day that we'll have a guest like the guest that we have tonight. Not just talking about just the current state of hip-hop, but, I mean, I just hope everybody out there that's a supporter of not just the NWA movement, but also this man right here, M.C Ren, you can go ahead and hashtag Rebel Music. The single is available on iTunes. You can go ahead and pick that up. And this man is also brought to you by his Twitter account, which is MC Ren CP. And also you can hit him up on Instagram at MCRenCPT1. And I just gotta say, first off, Ren, hey, hats off to you, bruh. It seemed like as a child growing up, you kind of helped me grow up in a lot of ways. So hats off to you, sir. Welcome to Hip Hop Legacy, my guy.
Hey man, I'm happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? I want to start off, man, just saying, man, thanks for having me. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank y'all for having me. You know what I mean? And anything I did, man, when you was growing up, the music, if it helped you out in any kind of way, man, I appreciate that too.
Hey, it did, because, I mean, let's just, I mean, for somebody like yourself, Easy, Cube, Dre, I mean, Yella, the list goes on and on. Like, I mean, anytime that you could be able to put a footnote in not just this hip-hop industry, but just the world culture, and to do it the way y'all did it, and for it to be as upfront and as honest as y'all could possibly do it, through records. I mean, you know, you inspired a lot of brothers, and it wasn't on the negative. It was definitely on the inspirational, positive tip. So, you know, we got to put that out there too, because people like myself and others could appreciate the realism that was never given it to us by governments and so on and so forth. But y'all did it for us, so thank you, sir.
Man, y'all welcome, bruh. Just trying to do my part. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, you did a damn good job, and continuing to do a damn good job. And look, let's just go ahead, because I got so much to talk to you about, Ren. So we're gonna try to do it in a way where it's gonna make sense for the people out there. But I gotta start off with Rebel Music, because when I was talking to Ski live on the air last Friday, we was talking about the impact that song has to me personally, and I know a lot of fans out there saying that, hey, you know what, Ren still got it. You know, this is what's needed in hip-hop. I mean, I don't know if you listened to last Friday's show, but I told Ski, look, Rebel Music is like how the Pistons used to play back in the day, back in the 80s, when you had Rodman, Bill Laimbeer, Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars. Like, they would back you down, and they would put some heat on you. Rebel Music is just like that, bro.
Yeah. They'll fire the hell out your ass, give you some elbows, they'll choke you. They did it all. Hey, remember what they used to do to Jordan?
Yes, sir. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Rebel Music, man, is like, you know, it's just like it's needed right now. You know what I mean? Rebel Music is like what a lot of people is thinking, but they don't have that platform to say it on. You know what I mean? And a lot of fools in the game that's out there making records, they just too caught up right now, you know, with the money and all that and all that bullshit anyway. But the people that's not talking about that, you know, it's a few people try to get to that. You know what I mean? Like, get to what I'm saying on Rebel Music, they hint at it or they have a line or two, you feel what I'm saying? But Rebel Music is just like, wow, like right in your face. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I see fools making 1 million mixtapes. And, you know, every time you look on Twitter, you look on something, my new mixtape, my new this, my new that, but they ain't saying nothing. You feel what I'm saying? They ain't saying nothing. And then, you know what I mean? And Rebel Music is like, it ain't even an album, it ain't a mixtape, but it's like, it's saying something. And it's saying something that's relevant to the time right now. You know what I mean?
And to the time, and to me, I think you are like the godfather of voicing your opinion about the state of hip-hop, because you came in with NWA and changed how people look at hip-hop on a lot of different levels, you know what I'm saying? Not just the inner cities, but also the mainstreams, and you might as well go corporate office, because, you know, nowadays we see hip-hop more geared towards a corporate vibe as opposed to how it was birthed even before you, Ren. Like, I mean, we go Grandmaster Flash, you know what I'm saying? We go go back to some of the you know, the essence of hip hop and why we feel the way that we feel based on creativity and all that stuff. I mean, why, Ren, you got a good, you should have a good opinion on this. Why is it that it went from that creativity to now where it's not that much creativity?
You asking a question that you know the answer for, but I'm finna break it down to you.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Hip-hop started, hip-hop started in the Bronx. You know what I mean? From turning nothing into something. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. You know what I mean? And when we got into hip-hop, started doing hip-hop, black people doing hip-hop and all that, that shit was like new. It's where everybody thought it was a fad for one thing. Everybody thought it was a novelty. They thought that shit was just going to play out. But it didn't. You feel what I'm saying? It just grew and grew and grew, and they haven't seen nothing like that since rock and roll. You know what I mean? Like disco came, that shit came and went. All this other little shit came and went. But when that shit came, it was like the biggest shit since rock and roll. So you got, back in the day, if you remember back in the day, all the independent labels you had in New York that's putting out shit. You remember that back in the day? Everybody trying to get New York records, and you had all the labels. And, you know, people out here paid attention and learned from that. Got labels out here, and you had independent labels on the West. You had independent labels on the East Coast. You even had brothers down South like Jay Prince and them. They started independent. Everybody doing loop. Everybody got independent labels in the street. You know, it's selling in the street, you know. You taking it to mom and pop stores. You taking it to get out the trunk. Yeah. They saw how much money that shit made, the corporate motherfuckers. They saw how much money that shit made. And they saw companies getting involved, surely but surely. And they wasn't even jumping into that shit. They was taking their time looking at it. Right. And they start seeing this company. Then they start seeing that company had this artist. This company had this art. Man, this company had this artist. Because Curtis Blow, I believe, was the first one to sign to a major label. Then after that, the floodgates opened. And then it's like when we got into the game, the floodgates opened. So now you got all these corporate people, they like done took over. It's like any time you got, it's just like if you go somewhere, motherfucking oil, somebody discover oil, you're going to have all these corporate motherfuckers going to come in. You know, you live in a corporate world where you got capitalism, it's all about money. Wherever you got something that's making a whole lot of money, you're going to have the people at the top going, wait a minute. Let me get in on that shit. Just like when the mafia was doing their thing and they saw black people doing their little numbers racking and they like, oh, this is making money. Let me get in on that shit. You know what I mean? And they start muscling them and shit like that. So that's how I got fucked up. And then that goes on to some other shit I was going to say, how I was talking to another cat last week. We was talking about how I got Ski doing the whole album. And, you know, a lot of people are tripped because everybody's so programmed. You know, a lot of the young kids, they done grew up on people doing, putting out albums, having 1 million producers, 1 million features, and all of that shit. But that ain't how it's supposed to go. That's that corporate shit. We can make more money. Use this producer. He got this fan base. Use this other producer. He got this fan base. Use this artist. Use this artist and use this artist. So the album now ain't like no solo album. The shit is like a big-ass compilation. You know what I'm saying? Word. So that's how that shit go. You know what I'm saying? And if you remember back in the day, Public Enemy had the Bomb Squad. We had Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Every MC or every group had their own in-house producers, like one dude, or they had like one group of dudes that did the whole albums, and you buy better in that way. You feel what I'm saying? But the corporation motherfuckers came in, and they got you with this producer, that producer. Then you gotta sit down with one producer, tell him, yo, this is my direction. Then you gotta go sit with another motherfucker. This is where I want to. You know, you gotta keep doing that shit. And it's like, to me, that shit is like nerve-wracking. Like, I could tell
confusing,
like,
Ren.
Yeah, it's like confusing. I can tell people. It's like a lot of producers I could say right now, I need beats, and I could get I can get beats just flooding in. But it's too confusing. It's like having like all these people. Like it's like I told one cat, it's like boxing in a boxing match, and you got like 12 trainers, like one for each round. It's like gonna confuse the hell out of you. I'd rather have one dude we can vibe and just knock that shit out, and I know the shit gonna be hot. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So all that tie in, man. It's like niggas could teach big courses on this shit, like just breaking down certain subjects, like how the game really got how it is today. And today, what you see ain't really hip hop. It's like, but if you grew up in that, you would think it's hip hop, but it's not hip hop.
Right,
it's
right.
Like some corporate, like made up shit. You know, like 9 times out of 10 with the artists. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like some made up. Get out there and do what you do and make us our money, and then after they make the money, they throw your ass away and go get a new movie because you don't have the talent. Because they don't really have the talent, you know, to stay around and do that shit.
Right. Because I mean, and to me, we grew up in this. MC Ren is our guest on Hip Hop Legacy Radio, and we grew up on this, Ren. You know how it is. Like, to me, it's like the culture of it all was birthed on realism. Like, if it wasn't real, I mean, your lyrics had to be real, just your delivery had to be real, your storytelling, if you did that, or your lyrical wordplay had to be real. The females was real. It was just the last like decade, like the 80s, 90s, and then it all stopped. It was just like some of the best moments, you know what I'm saying, to me, growing up, because we got the best of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? We had the best of what you did, Cube, Dre, you know what I'm saying, Easy, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, Rakim, and so on and so forth. I mean, it was at a point where, and you could co-sign this, probably, when it was just the best thing for us young kids, because it kind of helped us dream a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man, it was like, I think about that now, and it's like, back then, it's like the artists that we saw, like, that you was just naming, if you really look at it, most of them artists from back in that era you was just naming is really, like, most of them is just really true legends in the game. You know what I mean? And we got a chance just to really, I got a chance to go on tour with a lot of them, man, and I think back, like, damn, like, a lot of these tours I went on with all these people is really, like, big heavyweights in the hip-hop culture. And I'm like, man, I was just blessed to be there. And I just trip off of that shit. Like, it ain't the same. You feel what I'm saying? The music ain't the same. You know what I mean? The music is just like, I can't even describe, like, how the shit is today. It's like, best way I can describe it is like, if I wanted to, I probably could write half an album tonight or a whole album on the standards today and shit. If I was just wanted to be whack and just put out anything, I would just do like an album a month. I
think a lot of it, Red, I think a lot of it too has to do with just the way that people put their effort into it. Cause I know you sat down and you sat down with Easy and them, and y'all did what y'all did. And to me, it's like, you know, you put a lot of your blood, sweat, and tears in the whole nine with what you wrote and how you put it down and how you got in the studio and laced it down. Like, there's so many people nowadays, you know what I'm saying, it's just, you know, quiet as it kept. They ain't even quiet no more. A lot of people just, you know what, let me go ahead and scribble something in here and freestyle the rest, and don't even put a lot of their efforts into it like they used to.
Yeah, but that's going to hurt them in the long run, because ain't nobody going to remember that shit, and ain't nobody going to care about it. Like, if you don't put no effort into it, don't expect nothing to come back from it. You know what I'm saying? That's like me. That's like if I wouldn't rush and do some shit tonight and just threw it out, I ain't going to expect nothing, like nobody to really trip on it, because I'm not putting my, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it take me, like, I take time with my writing, with anything. Even now, like back in the day, and even now, I take my time on shit. Like, it might take a few days or that. Whenever I'm feeling like I want to write, you know what I mean? I ain't just going to sit down and write anything. I got to feel like it and all of that, and make sure it's tight. I ball up paper. I cross out a million lines and all of that. But a lot of these fools I be hearing, they sound like they don't cross out nothing, don't tear up nothing, don't ball up no paper. You know what I mean? It's like, man, a lot of it just be too simple, but, you know, I guess that's what it is.
But at the same time, Rebel Music, which is available on iTunes, you can go ahead and pick that up right now and support my man Ren, produced by EA Ski, And when you came and pretty much laced down and took care of business on Rebel Music, was it just your effort, like, you know what, I got to go ahead and get back in this game because not only do I miss it, I mean, I need to go ahead and just let people know there's an alternative to what's going on mainstream-wise anyways?
Man, you know what? It's crazy because one day I just said I want to do some music, and I said, man, who could I get to give me some music? And the first person I thought of was Ski. And I just hit up Ski and asked him for some tracks, and he sent me some. And I just started writing, and that was it. You know what I mean? I didn't go in like, I'm finna show these niggas, I'm finna talk about all these, you know what I mean?
Okay.
It just came out like that. And then once the rhyme started getting developed, I just kept it on that note. So it just came out like that. But it ain't how it is today. It wasn't like that. I done balled up and paper, man, and crossed out all kind of. I'm happy I did because I had some whack lines up in there. I had a couple whack lines up in there, so I'm happy I did wait and just take my time with that one.
Hey, that sound weird coming from you, because it ain't nothing that we didn't heard before. That sound like you the way you sound. So, you know, good looking out on it, but at the same time, I mean, I think a lot of times you put pen to pad, I mean, you come up with some ill shit anyways, you know what I'm saying? That's just how Ren get down.
You'll be shocked, man. I write some whack shit sometimes, but y'all don't see something. I'm going to cross it out. And if it do slip by, it's just going to slip by.
No doubt. Hey, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Rebel music out there for all of, and you got a turned up fan base, really, by the way, just to let you know. You got a lot of overseas love, you got UK love, Japan love, Australia love. You got a lot of that, man. So you definitely got to make sure you shout out all your overseas fan base.
Yeah, I love all the fans, man. All the fans around the world, man, and they be hitting me up on Twitter and Instagram, man. So I want to say, you know what I'm saying, peace to everybody around the world, man, that's feeling my music.
Hey, Rebel music at that. It's available right now on iTunes. Go ahead and pick that up. We're going to run this track right now, come back with more Ren, and we're gonna talk to this man about just hip-hop legacy. And we're going to weigh it versus a lot of stuff that's going on now versus a lot of stuff that's going on then. More Rebel music with this icon, MC Ren, Hip Hop Legacy. New one by MC Ren right here, Hip Hop Legacy, I Am Branded, with the villain. MC Ren is in the building, and now, hey, actually, man, that definitely want to make me throw my shit in the air, because it is Rebel music, goddammit. So, hey, off top, I'm telling you. Hey, I heard, hey, you kind of leaked, you kind of put it out there too, though, but a remix is taking flight too as well, right?
Yeah, man. I got my man Q gonna be on the remix. So this record and the remix, man, oh man, I can't wait for everybody to hear the music, because the music got, you know, Ski did some little magic to the music. So man, it's gonna be a heater, man. You know, me and Cube on the track together. You know, anytime it's gonna be a heater. So
no doubt. And my thing is, because like I said, man, being a fan first, you know what I'm saying, putting aside all the media, radio, 1-2s or whatever, like, as a fan, though, like, as a fan, if you a fan and you listen to Rebel music and you listen to MC Ren and you hear what's coming out this man's mouth as far as his bars that he's spitting, I mean, it's just like, man, class in session. I mean, you know what I'm saying, especially for OG fans, too, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Hey, that's what it is, man. The album is gonna be, man. The album gonna be so crazy, man. We got so many ideas for the album too, man. So everybody look forward to the album, man. Rebel Music, that's the name of the album. Hey, and let me give a shout out, man, to my homie Chad Kaiser, man. Really behind this record, helping me and my man Ski out with this record. Big up to Chad. Okay. You know, that's what it is, man.
So you working on your album right now? Like, I mean, I know a video's gonna take place. Is it really gonna gear towards the remix, or is it gonna pretty much just kind of, you know, basically kind of do both in a lot of ways?
I don't even want to talk about the video yet, because I got a bomb ass idea. Hey, the idea is so bomb, man. I can't even say nothing about it.
Are you serious? Hey, I told Ski, man. Hey, put me somewhere in there, man. I'm telling you, just being as a fan, and I mean, people out there, go get it on iTunes. I bought it twice just so I can have it in my house, have it in my ride. I think it's important for us as fans to go support that, right? Like, I mean, it's really, if people really want to see not just a full-fledged MC Ren Rebel Music album, full length, people got to go out there and support this single too. So a lot of it is really on us as fans, right? To really go support that.
Man. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, everybody should support Rebel music, man. It's like, Rebel music is like a movement. You feel what I'm saying? It's a movement, dog, to me. It's like, all this you hear out, what I'm talking about is a movement against that. It's a movement against all that fluffiness, man. So, support Rebel music. Look out for the album, man. I'm telling you, I will not disappoint y'all. It's not going to be like how all these fools be saying, get my eye. Man, this album is not going to disappoint. Trust me. Trust me, man. I'm telling you.
And Red, I can tell just by the way you talking about it, man. Like, you talking about it like with so much passion, bruh. Like, you talking about it like it's really like, you know what, hey, I'm about to give birth again, because you did it already. And you already got a legacy, so it's kind of like, you know, anything that you do, not just NWA, but also your solo shit, because, hey, by the way, I still slap Shock of the Hour, just FYI, people, you know what I mean? That thing still go. Kiss My Black Ass, hey, that's another one. Hey, come on now, like, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I mean, Ren, you delivering, like, you already delivered a legacy, bruh, so it's like everything you just adding on to it, so it's like, you know, especially again, and I would stress this, all you people out there worldwide, in the States, everywhere, go support Rebel music, go buy the single now, support the big homie, because I'm telling you, this could be the one song, no pressure, Ren, by the way, this could be the one song that could tip that balance over, you know what I mean, so people can be able to be like, yo, you know what? This is what we need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no pressure though, Ren. No pressure, Ren.
Yeah. No pressure. Hey man, it ain't no pressure, man. I'm just gonna do what I do, man. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm not gonna disappoint. I'm telling you, man. I feel good. I ain't felt this pumped over doing music in a while. You feel what I'm saying? So I feel good. I feel good.
That's what's up. Let me ask you this. MC Ren is our guest on Hip Hop Legacy Radio, and you know I've always had an opinion when it comes to just the way that the hip hop, you know, I guess you want to say culture is when it comes to just the people, and it's, you know, I always called it a fraternity, because to me I always felt like, you know what I'm saying, you know, artists should respect other artists as far as, you know, they craft, especially if they delivering top of the line music. And, you know, people that have built their legacies and shit like that. So, you know, I always think about Eazy-E and everything that he's done, and everything that he's done for hip-hop, in my opinion, is overlooked in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like, you know, not just birthdays and the day of his death and shit like that or whatever. I always feel like Eazy should be respected a whole lot more than what he's been given so far. I mean, his music and the people that love him, we all support him 110%. But when it comes to the hip-hop community, I feel like Eazy, I mean, you know, as far as Mount Rushmore of people that changed the hip-hop game, I feel like Eazy is one of them, and we need to put him in that category, right?
Yeah, to me he is. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people, you know what I mean, like, I think because how he passed away, you feel what I'm saying? And I heard other people talk about that. That could have something to do with it, but that still don't getting away, you know what I mean, to him being honored and respected. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what it is.
Because Ren, look at the tree, the branch. If it wasn't for Eazy, you know, in a lot of ways, we probably wouldn't hear you the way you came and how you went about it. You know, you wouldn't hear Dre, you wouldn't hear Cube, you wouldn't hear Bone Thugs, you wouldn't hear so many other people that, you know, spurred other people's career on. You know what I mean? So that tree, by starting off that way, you know, got so many people, so many timeless classics as far as hits. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think, man, when this film and all this movie get did, I think most people respect what he did when they really look at it. You know what I mean? And put it under the microscope. And they look at it. If it wasn't for him, it wouldn't be this person. It wouldn't be this person. If it wasn't for him, the whole game of music would be totally different, man. I don't know how it would sound, but it would be probably, I don't know how it would be sounding right now. Maybe it would be like 10 years behind or 20 years behind. I don't know how this shit would sound. But without him, it wouldn't be no Dre, it wouldn't be no Q, me, no Snoop, no whoever.
And Bone Thugs, you know, and come on, man. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Like, I mean, for real. When you look back and you know, you mentioned NWA and all you know, and everything. Like when the impact that NWA had, like you said, you don't know what would, if NWA didn't come out, like how would the game really be, or how would have been? You know what I'm saying? Do you think about that sometimes? Like if you drop NWA straight out of Compton today, would it have the same impact that it would have had back in when it was released, what, 88, 89?
If you dropped it today?
Yes, sir.
Nah. Not today.
It wouldn't?
No.
Why? No. Is it not, you know, is it because people just really don't pay attention to the cultural climate that is the hood like they used to, or it just really wouldn't have moved that shit?
You talking about if it got dropped today with the music that's out today?
Yes, sir.
Nobody would trip on Straight Outta Compton because they done heard it all before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They heard niggas say all the shit we said. You know what I mean? So, nah, not today.
You put Straight Outta Compton, fuck the police. I mean, you can go on. I mean, even Straight Outta Compton, literally. I mean, you know, that song in itself. I mean, how many times that you probably heard in your career, Ren, that people was like, man, Straight Outta Compton, that's my anthem. Like people would turn that shit on and they would go bananas. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if it came out today with all the music today that's out today, like everything everybody done said for the last 20 years, like Pac, Big, the impact wouldn't be the same because you got to remember when we came out, it wasn't a lot of people even cussing on records.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like nobody was really cussing. So it was like one thing about that record was the shock value. Like a lot of people just listen to it because they like the cussing. Like when I was little, me and my brother, my mother had a Richard Pryor album. When they left, we put it on because it had cussing. She had a Richard Pryor album, a comedy album, and she had a Bill Cosby comedy album. The reason we didn't like the Bill Cosby one because he didn't cuss on it.
He didn't know cussing.
So he wasn't no cussing. And she had That Nigga's Crazy by Richard Pryor, that album, That Nigga's Crazy. Man, we put that on a beat. Man, dying laughing. And that's the same way with our record. It was like people hear it like, oh, shit, you know what I mean? But if it came out today with everybody cussing and all the shit people done said, it would have just been another record today. But back then,
story, Ren. My mom ran major NWA fan, right? When she first heard Straight Outta Compton, you know, she had to clean her ears out real quick because she didn't understand what was going. So she heard it a few times, and you know, I swear throughout my lifetime, as I was growing up, Ren, we had to fight over that damn tapes, bruh. Tapes grew into CDs, the whole deal. Like, I mean, even, you know, the impact that you guys had, Ren, as NWA and even your solo career, bro. Like, the best thing that you was able to get was when you started your career, Ren, you was able to capture not just the youth, but you also had the older folks who understood the struggle too. So, you know, you do have that older generation understanding why it was done the way it was done because nobody else was doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you got some of them understand. I know some of them, well, they didn't understand, man. They used to give us hell. They used to try to give us hell. Some of them, you know what I mean? And they used to be protesting and all that shit.
But I mean, you know, and those are the people that just, you know, they want to hide the truth for the most part, right? For the most part, I think we kind of know it.
What I can say is the older generation, a lot of the people that's older than us, and people in general, man. You know, back then we got a lot of backlash over a lot of the records, but it's like as time went on and the years went on, the majority of people respect all them records. You know what I mean? Like they could really like understand them now and respect the records and respect what we was trying to do and respect the originality and respect it with music, you know what I mean? And it was different, you know what I mean? And it was better for us to be doing music than to be doing some other shit. So people can respect that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And I think it's important. MC Ren is our guest on Hip Hop Legacy. You can go ahead and get Rebel Music, which is available now on iTunes. Go ahead and support the big homie on Twitter at MC Ren CPT, also Instagram MC Ren CPT1. And you kind of mentioned the NWA movie. You know, there's a lot of people with a lot of different opinions when it comes to that. So, you know, I want your opinion because, you know, you're going to be prominently involved, I'm sure, right? As far as, you know, just overlooking, just seeing how things are, you know, probably talking to Cube with, you know, different kinds of things. Like, how do you feel? Is it done at the right time, or you would have probably wished it would have done maybe 10 years ago, 15 years ago, or something like that?
Nah, I think now is the right time. Like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, it wouldn't have been the right time.
Okay.
But, because, you know what I'm saying, like, and I look on TV, man, I be seeing, like, all these little specials. Like, you know what I mean? They be having us on all kind of little shit. And it's like, as each year go by, it seems like it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And it's like, the time is now for that, the movie. You know what I mean? It's like, it might as well be told now because it done folded out. You know what I mean?
Right.
The whole story. You know what I mean? So everybody in their 40s. Well, I'm in my 40s. I know Q's in his 40s. So, you know, the time is now, man.
You think when it's all said and done that the younger folks of you know that wasn't even born during the early start of NWA would grab this movie, you know, how it's done, and would understand y'all struggle? Because I mean, it wasn't easy doing what y'all had to do. I mean, even though y'all came in and made your records and your videos, and like you said, it was a lot of backlash from the older folks, maybe even some other people that, you know, you may not have known. So you think these young people would probably get it and respect y'all and understand y'all struggle a little bit deeper?
I think they will, man. I think it'll be a good movie. You know what I mean? And I ain't read the script yet. I need to read the script too, but I know Cube ain't gonna have no whack script, and I know he got F. Gary Gray doing it. So I know, you know, F. Gary Gray knows what's up, because, you know, he's from the West Coast. So, man, it's gonna be hot. And the younger generation, man, I think when they see the movie, they probably really won't know all that we think. Ain't no way you can know we've been through, but you can get an idea. And hopefully, man, you know, to me, I wanted to inspire people to want to rhyme. You know, see my story and our story and want to rhyme. How when I saw like Crush Groove and shit like that, I was like, damn, you know what I mean?
Right.
I wanted the movie to be like that for somebody else. How the other movies was for me, or how a record was for me growing up, and all of that. You know, and hopefully the movie will be around for a while, and, you know, just open the doors for a whole new generation of people to the music, you know, because once they see the movie, the younger generation, they might want to hear all the music, you know, because there's a lot of people ain't even heard all our shit, you know. They, like, think we dinosaurs or something. I don't know. But, you know what I mean? Hopefully the movie will make them, you know, want to go listen. And when they go listen to the music, they'll be like, oh, okay.
I don't see how they could be, you know, even though a lot of people, you know, they like to hear, they don't pay attention, but they hear it. But, I mean, shit, we got YouTube and all these other social media outlets. For these people that don't know no damn NWA, man, come on, man. People out there, pay attention. Pay attention to your history, though. I mean, the people that don't do that, they don't know they hip-hop, bro. Seriously.
There's a lot of people that don't know. Think about it. I remember one day, hey, this is a true story. My son, homeboy, he was like, my son was like, this is like maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. And homie was like 20. He could have been 19 or 20. And I was like, man, you know who Public Enemy is? And then they looked at me and said, no. I was like, what? I said, you don't know? I said, you don't know who Chuck D is? He said, no. I was like, what?
Wow.
When he told me he didn't know who Chuck D was, man, I was like, what? So you imagine if somebody don't know who he is, there's some people don't know who he is too, man. They like,
you're right. True.
Yeah.
And
I ain't never heard of that. I never met nobody that didn't know who Chuck D was.
Yeah, I mean, well, shit, I ain't met nobody that ain't even said Ren. Like when you talk NWA, Ren was like everybody would say Ren got them dope flows, and even though Cube and Easy and Dre was cool, you know what I'm saying, Ren was the guy. Like you know what I'm saying, people would see that and understand that, but shit, I feel you, bro, 'cause people be like that though. People be like that. They forget their history, or they don't know it, or they don't study it as they should, especially music. Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's been a few people, they always, especially when it comes to the movie, like they would always worry about, how Easy would be portrayed. But, my thing, and I haven't talked to Cube in it's been a while. It's been a few months, a little bit more. But it was one thing that I would be cool with was the fact that, you know what I'm saying, Cube had a lot of respect for Easy, and he wouldn't do Easy's legacy dirty.
Man,
you know what I mean?
I don't think, listen, man, I don't think Q would go through all that trouble, have somebody write just to make a movie just to make he look like somebody he's not, like to make him look bad, because that would be whack if we all at the premiere and just, you know what I mean, everybody come out, everybody be looking like, what's up with that? You know what I mean? But I don't think he would do that, man. I think he'll focus more on, like, what everybody know, like, you know what I mean, like the basic story that everybody know. Like, the story, basically, you know the basics. That's what it should focus on, and probably a little bit more. It ain't gonna, like, when you start getting off into people, like, trying to just demoralize their character and all of that kind of shit, I don't think he'd do nothing like that. So
no doubt.
I done heard people say shit, too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I done heard, I done heard it all, man. You know what I mean? I done heard it all, so... You know what I mean? Like, and trust me, it's like to everybody out there that's talking, man, I don't know nothing, like y'all don't know nothing, but y'all can hear from me. I'm sure it ain't going to be nothing to make everybody y'all upset. So
no, I think it's going to be done with the historic, vibe that I know, because, when I talk to Cube, he always says all these nice, real, nice things about Easy, and any time that you have an iconic group like NWA, you know what I'm saying, everybody gonna have their opinions, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna base what on what or whatever, but at the end of the day, y'all story is y'all story, only y'all could tell it, you know what I mean? So,
and you know what, and everybody gonna have an opinion that ain't in the group, you know what I mean? Like, I done heard it all from people that didn't write no lyrics, wasn't in the studio at all. Even if they were in the studio, they not no input. So it's like everybody that's not man, it's crazy. Everybody want to know if they're gonna be seen in the movie. Like, the movie is about NWA. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's right.
Everybody needs to feel. I don't know who's gonna be seen in the movie. Whoever they put, that's who they put. It don't even matter to me. You know what I'm saying? So
word.
To everybody out there, need to just kick back, man, and when the movie come out, just enjoy it. And then, you know what I mean? And it ain't no time for no hating, man. You know what I mean? It's like, and if it is something on the screen with us, you know what I mean? If we all cool with it, that's what it is, man, because all of us together collectively as NWA is all brothers musically forever. We connected as brothers.
Right.
As brothers, when we was on the road, we was doing shit on the road and all, we argue, fight, all of that. That's what brothers do. But at the end of the day, it was all cool. You know what I mean? So it's like anything in there, it probably just be what it was. It ain't going to be nothing made up or nothing making nobody look like, you know what I'm saying? So everybody needs to just kick back. Enjoy the time, you know what I mean? R.I.P.E. And I'm sure it ain't going to have, it ain't going to have you like looking. No.
No doubt. MC Ren is our guest. Couple more questions with this with this iconic guy right here. You can go ahead and follow him on Twitter at MC Ren CPT, and go ahead and pick up Rebel Music, which is available again. I'm gonna do it all night, and I'm gonna do it. I need to get. Go ahead, bro.
Let me say one more thing too. And I don't think people saying all that. I don't think he would have the movie talking bad about E. When he cool with E's son, Lil E, and Lil E out there, big up to Lil E doing his thing, but
there you go.
That type of party, man. It's like,
there you go.
It's all good. Feel me?
No doubt. No doubt. Co-signing that too, bro. Like, I mean, I'm looking forward to it because it's history. You know what I'm saying? It's history for the people that, you know, grew up with you guys. Because, you know, like I said, I mean, you was young. You didn't know me from whoever. You know what I mean? But, I mean, we all grew up together in a lot of ways. You know what I'm saying? You were just on TV and music more. You know what I'm saying? So we all grew up, man. So it's a nice vibe that I could just say, hey, you know what? You know, these are some cool brothers that, you know, basically inspired a whole lot of us too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, off top, gotta continue to get props, man. Whatever I could do, I'm gonna definitely do for the sake of not just you know, the legacy, but also to support everything. Cause, you know, it's just like I was about to say, man. Like, I'm gonna throw some T-shirts out there, hashtag Rebel Music, and just let that be what it is. God damn it, cause you know, we need that. It's long overdue. We need Rebel Music. We need to kick down the front door again because the shit's been locked for like the last decade and a half, goddammit. We got to do what we do. Shit.
It's like people hypnotized right now. Shit. You gotta break the spell.
Straight up. So with this project you working on, Ren, like, I mean, is there a completion date, or you just working on, you know, all the ins and outs of it all right now, and, you know, give it to us sometime before the year's over?
Ain't no completion date yet, man. I'm just, you know, just going as I go. You know what I mean? Get the track read, do what I do. You know what I mean? Because when you put a date on something, that means you limit the creative process of yourself, man. Like, I gotta hurry up. You know what I mean? Right. It's like you rushing, man. So when I'm done, I'm done. You know what I mean? That's how it is. I'm gonna take my time. I ain't in no rush. You know what I mean? So
100% production by Ski.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
So your fans out there, before we let you go, bro, your fans out there right now that's out here supporting you, they on Twitter, and shout out for you being super active on Twitter, and he's the real guy. He's not, you know, he don't have his PR guy on Twitter for him. You know, Ren's he's a real dude on Twitter live, you know what I'm saying? Just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, man, that's me on Twitter, M.C Ren CTT, man. You got to be on there. And today, how today is, that's your lifeline. You want to do anything, you got to be on that. So that's me, all day, all night. Y'all see a tweet on there, that's me, man. So whoever ain't following me out there, y'all need to get with me, man. MC Ren CTT, holla at me.
How you feel about social media, man? Like, you know, with everything that's everything with social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You know, even MySpace still struggling, but they still around. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you feel?
That's cool.
How you feel about it all?
That's cool for the artists, man. You ain't got to deal with these companies. You can deal directly with your fan base. You know what I mean? Like, look at Nipsey, man. Nipsey Hussle, he had that little campaign he had where people came out and paid off. He did all that on social media.
Yep.
I think he made, like, 100-something thousand that night, or a little over that, or probably way more than that. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how you get it out there, man. You got to be on them sites to promote your product, talk to your fans, because the record companies ain't like they used to be. Like back in the day when they was just using it, trying to come up, it ain't even like that no more. You know what I mean? Right. So in order to, if you even wanted to be on one of them majors, you have to still start your own process and do the groundwork and the footwork and all that yourself. But nowadays, like, fools don't even need them. There's a lot of fools that's doing it independent, stand on their grind, on social media, directly to the fans. I got this and that. Y'all is dropping tonight. Boom, they get it tonight. You know what I mean? It's direct. It ain't none of that. Give it to the company. Let the company do it. Let the company have their people go put up posters and do this and do. Nah, them days over with, man. It's direct. It's one-on-one. It's mano y mano. You see what I'm saying? Directly to the fan base. You know what I mean?
Hands,
like,
kiss babies, and just be real with it.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to go to the record label to do no press release. You go on Twitter. You got something to say to the world and your fan base. There's Blouse right there. You want to show them something? Blouse right there. That's how it is. So you got to get with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Rebel Music, hashtag that. If anybody that's following Ren, if y'all are responding to Ren, I suggest you all hashtag Rebel Music so that can continue to circulate throughout, You know what I'm saying? Not just Twitter, but people will be like, oh, yo, Rebel Music. Let me go ahead and click on that and see what's going on. And then, boom, right there, people can go get it on iTunes right now and support it. You want to take a couple of calls before you go, bro?
Yeah, I'll take a couple.
All right, let's go ahead and take this one from the 818 with the 934. You are mic'd up and on Hip Hop Legacy with MC Ren. Who's this?
My name is Dana. How are you?
How you doing? I'm all right.
That's good. Ren, I'm proud of you. I'm following you on Twitter.
That's right.
Zainab Kone.
That's right.
So, yeah, and you know I got Rebel Music. I got that
there
the first
go.
morning. The
there
first
you go.
morning it came.
That's
I
what's
was
up,
waiting
man.
on that. I looked at my phone like, wait a minute. Okay, is it out? I woke up looking for that. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It sounds so good.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you.
You are
Thank
so
you
welcome.
Thank you.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm appreciating it, and I'm proud to see you back. And
right.
I'm looking forward to getting the album. I'm going to get that.
I won't disappoint you. Trust me.
I know it. I know it. Listening to that one song, I'm like, wait, I know that album. I'm going to have to brace myself before I listen to that.
That's right. I appreciate all of it.
I was waiting for this show tonight, too, so I could talk.
That's right.
That's right. So,
Make sure.
I see you.
See, that's love
you,
right
brother.
there, man. That's love, man.
Yeah, I see you. I'm going to keep on seeing you, too. Keep up the good work.
That's right. I will. Thank you.
Appreciate the call. Hey, man, it's a lot of women on the line that want to holler at Ren, too, though. So, just FYI, Ren. The villain. Let's go ahead and take a call from my homie, Gav. Gav out there in the LB on Hip Hop Legacy with MC Ren. You in the building. Gav, what up, though?
Hey, what it do, my nigga Ren? Hey, yeah, that song go, my boy.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
That's what the game has been missing. And it's good to hear you back. Like,
man, I can't wait to hear y'all this album, though, man. I can't wait.
Because I felt like you was hitting all points. Like, every artist is putting out bullshit. And that's why people bootlegging their shit. Because it's like, if you don't tell me some shit, I'm going to take your shit. You feel me? So I felt exactly where you was coming from, my nigga. I just had to let you know that.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate it 100%. For real.
And that song that you did for E, Ruthless for Life, that was my shit.
Man, yeah, that was.
You did E for Justice. And that video was hard.
Yeah, that was a cold video too, though, by the way. So yeah, whatever you got going on for Rebel Music, man, just let your boy know, man. I want to do whatever I can to help out, man. So just let your boy know.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
Appreciate that, Gab. Glad you got that Rebel Music. All you people out there that got a lot of love for Ren, make sure you hit him up on Twitter. Do it now. Do it often. MC Ren CPT. Yeah. And go get that Rebel Music, though, and let this man know how you feel about it. Hashtag Rebel Music all the time. Anytime you tweet this guy, hashtag Rebel Music after you done saying what you got to say to this guy. Because I'm telling you, before I let you go, Ren, I'm telling you, it's an honor and a privilege, man. Like I said earlier, I'm going to say it often. You helped me grow up, dog. And when I say that, I'm talking about the simple fact that you know how music is a powerful thing, right? Even hip-hop music. That movement, you know what I'm saying, kind of helped me grow up in a lot of ways, you know what I'm saying? Because everything y'all was seeing, I was seeing it too. I was seeing it in the Bay Area, deep East Oakland, the whole deal. So y'all helped me get through a lot of shit. So off top, I got to show that appreciation your way.
Thanks for having me, man.
Come on, man. Hey, you know when the remix comes out, man, you know you're gonna have to come back.
You're gonna have to come back. I'll be back.
Actually, if you come back whenever you want to, man, and get these, couple 100,000 listeners over here, checking you out and just be like, hey, you know what? I got a playlist. I'm going to do a takeover. I'm going to do a legacy takeover. It's going to be all about Ren. Do it, bro. It's your show, man. You family now.
Well, yeah, that's what's up. We're hollering, man. We're talking about all of that.
All good.
Yeah, for real, man.
What's up? Hey, come on, man. Hey, thanks a lot for the call in. Don't be a stranger to the show, and you got my line, man. So whatever I could do, you know what I'm saying, promotion for Rebel Music, I got you, bro. We stand behind you 110%, man.
Good looking. Good looking.
Appreciate
everybody, man. All right.
All love right here. The iconic MC Ren, NWA icon, etc., etc. Shock of the hour, Ruthless for life. I mean, you know what I mean? It just chin check. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. No, Final Frontier. Hey, Ren.
Nexxlegacy.